That was OC Remix. I don't know the number because we're not on the YouTube site, and the number isn't listed on the main site for some reason.
336.
336. Secret of Mana, Fear of the Flava by MK Vaff.
McVaff.
McVaff, but it's a K.
Oh.
Down below it says
McVaff.
McVaff.
They've changed the spelling of their name, I guess.
I guess so. All right, you can find all that and more at ocremix.org.
Yep. So, speedrun strats. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends beyond the binary, hello and welcome. My name is Kristi. It is the stream. It is Monday. I'm here with Katie.
Hey.
And we're going to play more Arcade Spirits. We're starting a little late. That's fine. Let's jump into the spirit.
There we go. Open the itch launcher, which I should have had open. It's okay, it only takes a second. There we go.
Popping up in the... Yeah, there it goes. Okay.
We got there.
We did get there. So last time we left, we had been invited to Deco's palace because we got a letter saying, hey, come here. We will talk about business. Francine thinks that he's going to offer to sell the arcade and thinks, maybe that's a good thing. We brought Gavin with us because Gavin's the one that actually fucking knows numbers. And he said, no. If they offer to just buy us out, that's a bad plan.
Do not do that thing.
Don't do that thing.
Gavin's our calculator angel.
Calculator angel.
On my shoulder.
Texas Instruments Fantasy. You don't know this song?
No, I have no idea.
It's Undercover Angel.
Oh.
By, I think, Jay Giles' band.
Oh, not from the Texas Instruments band?
No, not from the Texas Instruments.
Wow, that'd actually be a really good name for a band, the Texas Instruments.
I'd be really surprised if that doesn't exist. Deco's Palace. I've actually been here before, I think. Rephrase. I've actually been here before. I think my 6th birthday party was here. I barely remember it, but I think I had fun. Maybe? On entering it as an adult, my first reaction is... Okay, my first reaction is, wow, is that a weird smell? A mix of chicken grease and beer and sweaty kids? My second reaction is, geez, it is noisy. It's visually noisy and sound type noisy. It's all the chaos of a Vegas casino, a jumble of light and bells and whiz-bangs. Once we acclimatate to the new environment, we're escorted in, given VIP royal value swipe cards. No tokens, no quarters, just a card of indeterminate points to spend. We've got a little over an hour to kill before the meeting. Time to see what's at the palace. So this is like a Dave and Buster.
Mm-hmm. Even with those cards that are specifically made so that you never know exactly how much you have.
Yeah.
With the games costing weird numbers of points for no reason.
Yeah. Oddly, Gavin's first reaction is to crunch some numbers. I don't think that's odd at all. That's very in Gavin's character.
It must have been sarcastic.
Can you back up then?
Oh.
Oddly, Gavin's first reaction is to crunch some numbers.
Based on the conversion ratio of swipe card points to real-world dollars, very interesting. Variable game pricing. Variable bonus points the more money you spend. Differing EV from game to game. Likely adjusted based on the popularity and payout. Hey, Bad Road.
Hi, Bad Road. So let me check on Gavin. He's crunching numbers.
I can see why Deco's Palace is a profit fountain. They obfuscate how much you're actually spending here to keep you from realizing how expensive it all is. Hey, that's what I just said.
Hey. Predatory pricing to exploit children. Correct. Makes sense for optimizing your cash. Also correct, not the energy I want.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't someone run the odds and beat the system? Naive.
There are pro players from places like Dave and Buster's who actually do play the odds and make money that way. Like, they'll win the real expensive prizes and sell them on eBay.
Oh, neat.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, these arcades allow them because it looks good to have people who can do that.
Yeah. Like, hey, see? These aren't, this isn't the exact same Xbox 360 we've had on the wall since 2005.
That one went up on eBay. Hey, Xenon.
This is another new different one. Hi, Xenon. Predatory pricing, I think, to exploit the children's. I don't like it, not one bit. A token's a token's, a quarter. Using points to trick people into overspending is blatant profiteering. And it's not like kids are busting out calculators trying to make sure they aren't wasting all their money on a crappy game.
I think not.
I didn't say it was ethical. I mean that it's effective. I've wanted to switch to swipe cards for the Funplex myself. Although I'd simplify them drastically. As you say, a play should be a play, ideally. Other balancing factors can be applied behind the scenes. I'd definitely like to study this a bit closer. There's a Fist of Discomfort tournament tonight. I'll be over there. I'll join back up with you later.
Okay, some time to kill, but not that much time to kill. We'll need to be choosy. What do I want to check out while waiting for my dinner date with Destiny? Let's get a drink. I'm thirsty as heck. I want to see what sort of games they have, or sounds like a tournament's going on. Let's watch.
Well, that one's... I want to see what kind of games they have. I have a feeling nothing good.
That's true. I'm looking at this. Well, we know they have Fist of Discomfort. They probably have some of the big staples that we have, but like I said last week, looking at this key art, it's not key art, it's a background. Looking at this background, it's all ticket games.
Win.
I also do want to point out Pengy Mania.
Yep, Pengy Mania is the shit.
Pengy Mania was running wild, brother. Let's see what sort of games they have.
Alright.
I decided to focus on trying to find games. Like, actual games. Except the whole place is basically full of slot machines. They're in different shapes, sizes, and colors. None have a traditional one-armed bandit look to avoid running afoul of legal issues, but they're still slot machines. Every game in here has maybe a single button to stop a wheel or a colored light or try to line up the dots or something. The really complex ones, 3 buttons.
Dun dun dun.
Hey, listen.
Hold me up above your head.
Huh?
Visual scan, silly. I'll look for games you might be familiar with.
With a shrug, I hoist my phone high into the air. The flash goes off, and then I resume looking at Iris sitting in my screen.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
Oh, actually, let's skip the music. That didn't take long. Good high bandwidth public Wi-Fi in here to my cloud processors.
I also thought that said to cloud my processors, because that's the sort of energy we've been getting from Deco's Palace. Xenon says what I would do is win the one that gives all the tickets and then just keep doing that.
Well, that's actually how, like, the pro players do it.
That's good strategy.
They find the game that gives out the most tickets and just get really good at it.
So that's what I've been doing in Tower Unite, because Tower Unite has an arcade now. And there's one machine that is like a... it's sort of a pachinko drop, but it's got, like, alien branding on it. And you can get like 5,000 tickets a go off it. Or not 5,000, 500. And so I just do that whenever there's something in the like arcade prize redemption store that I want. That's why I have Larry the knockoff Larry the Cucumber in my Tower Unite home.
Hooray.
Yeah.
I'm seeing lots of driving and shooting games, easy for casual players to pick up and play. Over in the esports section, there's dancing games and Fist of Discomfort.
We've got all those things too, but I'm not seeing any joysticks.
Is a game defined by having a particular input device?
Well, no, not really. And I know most modern games are touchscreen based and so on, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like an arcade without a stick or two.
Oh, I found something! Back at that section over there with the green lighting. Head that way. That way!
I don't like the way that sounds.
Hey, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
What is a game?
A miserable little pile of diodes. I weave my way through the crowd past endless color cycler ticket games, past crane games, light stackers, past games based on popular game shows. Do you feel called out?
A little bit.
You feel called out a little bit?
A little bit.
Okay.
Fucking deal or no deal. I can get a perfect on that every time.
You also dumped a lot of money into the Wheel of Fortune penny dropper.
Mm-hmm. Was that the Wheel of Fortune one?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh. No, it was the one with the weird, like, Mayan decor that just happened to have a wheel on it.
Oh, right. They did have the Wheel of Fortune one there, though.
Yeah.
And we find Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. I'm gonna have to tell Percy about this when I get back. I'll be happy to know there's more than one Moopy in the neighborhood. Except...
I bet it's broke as shit.
Mhm.
We're set up for giving out tickets. Oh no.
Wait, it's only got one button? No joystick at all?
Oh no, it's the Dave & Buster's mobile game in a cabinet version.
Oh.
Researching. One moment.
Curious, I swipe my card through the slot and push the button. And Moopy runs the maze by himself. Or tries to, anyway, before running headfirst into a monster and dying. The machine spits out 3 measly tickets and suggests I swipe again for another try.
Moopy's Super Maze, created in 2000 Boop. A company bought the expired rights to the Moopy brand and developed a game of chance with it.
Well, Boop, that's weak. Hey. A teenager puts her deco playing card on the cabinet and taps me on the shoulder, drawing my attention.
What's up?
Hey, I'm calling next, okay?
Yeah, whatever, knock yourself out.
Thanks. I'm a master of this game, you know? The master. The key is to time when you push the button. You'll avoid the nasties that way. That's not great for tickets. Nah, not great. But it's Moopy, so that's cool, yeah? Old school. Represent.
I went to Dave & Buster's once. It was like a very bad arcade. Yeah, we have a Dave & Buster's here in town, and we went to it a couple of times.
It's so noisy and flashy.
It's so noisy and flashy and full of drunk assholes who won't get off the machines because they serve, like, alcohol there because half of it's a sports bar.
Mm-hmm.
We have another arcade called Cactus Jack's in the vicinity, which is much farther of a drive and much smaller, but it's great.
It does have some real... Well, the games are often broken down is the problem.
The games are often broken down, but that's just the business, I think, of being in an arcade in 2020 or 19.
Sadly enough.
They have a wonderful pinball selection.
Yes, their pinball is great. They have Dragon, my favorite table of all time.
It's a very good table. She extends a fist to me, and I look awkwardly at her for a second before I'm realized I'm supposed to fist bump.
I've yet to play a real Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, the real deal. Always wanted to.
You should come down to the Funplex. We got one. I'm the event coordinator there. I'd be happy to comp you a few tokens. We also got a high score chaser who can offer tips.
Tap phones with me. I'll send you the address. Seriously? Boop, yeah. You're cool for an old person. Super cool.
I am 36. Old? I'm barely 10 years older than this kid.
Apparently you're 26.
But whatever. We clink phones, exchanging a business card via Bluetooth.
No one does that. You know, my crew used to go to this great little arcade on the other side of town till Deco's bought it out and scrapped all the games. Now it's all kid stuff. For kids.
I like her vocal tick where she repeats things.
Mm-hmm.
My hopes for this business meeting are now sinking. So did he sell off all the classic games?
Nah, he scrapped them. Trashed them. Saw leftover smash-up bits of a Miz pack behind the place in a dumpster. Jesus Christ!
How horrifying.
I am legitimately horrified by this idea.
Man, This sucks.
It's a boopin' shame, the way the old man always 86's unwanted games. Guess he don't want competitors getting their hands on him, no sir. She talks like Jack.
She's a ghost.
She talks like Daxter.
She's a ghost. I'm calling it. She's a for real ghost.
I think she might be Daxter.
I think she's a for real ghost.
Maybe she's Daxter's ghost.
Maybe she's Daxter's for real ghost, reincarnated in this body. Yeah, hence the t-shirt. She gives a shrug.
Can't say I like it, but what can you do? That's life.
I mumble a thank you, then wander off a bit dazed. I think I've had enough of the retro game abattoir for now. Where to next?
Well, after that, I need a drink.
I kind of don't want to go to a tournament here, because this is not a place that throws out people who are, like, the game wouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Arcade Spirits, the game wouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the place that wouldn't throw out someone for being loud and racist and homophobic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the sort of person we're going to be meeting there, however the game chooses to show that. I don't want that. Let's get a drink. I know I've got a big old dinner coming soon, but this place is sucking the moisture right out of my body somehow.
Oh, that's because they keep dehumidifiers going.
Do they? Is that a real thing?
God, I hope not.
Is that a real business decision you can make? I sidle up to the bar looking to whet my whistle and maybe get a snack too. He's a ghost too. A fairly bored bartender notices my approach.
That's the guy from.
He's a ghost.
No, I'm saying that's literally the guy from the Stephen King's The Shining.
Is it? I've never seen it.
This is the guy from The Shining
Who has The Shining?
Who turned no, that's the kid.
Oh.
This is the guy from behind the bar who talks to Jack.
Oh, okay. I know what scene you're talking about because of all of the like cultural miasma surrounding The Shining. Still never seen The Shining. A fairly bored-looking bartender notices my approach and puts on a fake smile for my benefit.
Welcome to Deco's Palace. How may I help you? Alcohol will require proof of identification.
Rattled off in an even monotone by someone who gave up caring years ago. I enjoy a beer as much as the next gal, but I think I'll stay stone cold sober before butting heads with Dekonami. Yeah, hi. Can I get a diet soda and some fries?
Uh-huh.
Then everything went black.
Fake smile not pictured.
Ellipses.
Do you want me to play some recorded music? Studies show it helps with long waits.
Wondering what the holdup is, I try to find the bartender again, despite the elbow-to-elbow crowd. There we go. He's busy chatting with some teenager, probably another customer. He's a ghost, too. Hey, I don't know.
He does have a ghost on his
Yeah,
channel.
I know. I completely lost whatever the fuck I was doing. Hey, excuse me? Quickly, the customer mumbles something and takes the small object, the USB drive, from the bartender and notices me looking.
I'm a hacker. Sorry. I just had a thing to do. He's got a portrait.
He does have a portrait. He's called Shy Teenager.
Isn't he like the first, like, random NPC to have a portrait? Maybe he's Dekonami.
That would be real weird.
Sorry. I just had a thing to do. I'll get out of your way. Sorry to bother you. What was it you wanted again?
Diet soda and french fries.
Coming right up.
I'm worried that he's going to vanish from the face of the earth again, but soon he's back with some pre-prepared fries and a bubbly soda. Okay, how many points does this cost?
Points are for games, cash or credit or phone pay.
I absently wave my phone in his direction.
Money for you, ka-ching!
Right, time to sample this appetizer.
Is it yummy? Is it even edible?
It's... I guess these are technically fries? Or something approaching an adequate approximation of a deep-fried potato snack?
Want me to add that to your online review?
What? No online review. The last thing we want to do is annoy Dekonami with a 2-star report on his fried foodstuffs. I thought this place was supposed to be, you know, good food and good times, not plausibly acceptable food and yet to be had good times.
Weirdly enough, I did a search, and there is not a single negative review of the food here.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I see why. Kristi, more than half of these reviews were written by bots. I can tell the earmarks, one AI to another. There are recognizable heuristic patterns.
So he stuffs his own electronic ballot boxes. Who is this guy, a tin pot dictator?
Well, that is the weird thing. The sites I'm checking have really good anti-bot control mechanisms. Like, I cannot even post to some of them. And I'm super awesome. This is weird. Do you want me to look into this more? If you trust me to, I mean.
Yeah, that sounds like the sort of shit we can get into. I trust you, Iris.
For some reason.
Snoop around, but she asked us first before she did an illegal activity.
That's true.
She asked us if it was okay if she did a crime. And we're not against crime. We're against crime that we're involved in without our knowledge.
There you go.
We want to be informed of the crime we're doing. I trust you, Iris. Snoop around, but do so very quietly, okay?
Okay. I don't know if I'll come up with much, but thanks for believing in me.
I decide to finish off my snack and drink quickly so I can get back to exploring Deko's palace. What next? Actually, the meeting is right around the corner. No more time to explore. After seeing a little bit of what Deko's palace has to offer, I'm still sticking to the plan. The Funplex has way more kind and caring spirit than this place, and I don't see Deko really embracing our ideals.
Beep beep.
Kristi, it's now 7 p.m. sharp. Dekonami is waiting for you.
That time already? The time that I just commented it was? Time sure flies when you're having fun? Investigating? Funvestigating.
Infunstigating.
I like infunstigating, because it also sounds like instigating. I quickly send a text to Gavin before nervously wringing my sweaty hands together. I let the sounds and sights of Deko's wash over me and retreat deep within myself. Francine comes to mind as I remind myself of what she told me on my first day.
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
It gives me a momentary respite, and I smile. I know exactly what must be done, and I'm going to go in there and do it. Oh, this sucks. Only ended up waiting a minute or two before I was reunited with Gavin. Without having to introduce ourselves, the staff swoops in, anticipating our arrival, and ushers us further inside the restaurant. We're treated like royalty as they pull out our chairs for us and we sit down at our reserved table. Amongst the families huddled around ginormous plates of pizza and chicken tendies, we stick out like a sore thumb. An actual linen tablecloth drapes over our table, accompanied by fancy little candles to set the mood, I guess. A nice bottle of champagne on ice and a carafe of cucumber lime-infused water also sits before us. Deko apparently spares no expense, at least not with his special guests.
Fancy.
Well, as fancy as this place can get.
Don't be swayed by red carpet treatment. We're here to conduct business. Approach this with a calm and rational mindset.
I'm just here to support you, don't worry.
Actually, I'd say that's my role.
You're the business manager.
The invitation was in your name, not mine. I'm here to listen quietly and contribute where I see an opening in the discussion, not to take points. Don't worry, I'm behind you every step of the way.
Thanks, Gavin. Once again, the staff takes care of our needs as our food is delivered promptly. Faster than the other families seated here, who have been waiting for some time. judging by the expansive crayon work on the kids' placemats. Not surprisingly, we get a few side glances our way. Given how long I had to wait for my fries earlier, I'm shocked by the discrepancy. But before any of us can chow down, the man of the hour arrives. Oh god, he sucks! Oh god, he's an anime villain.
Holy shit! I was not prepared for this.
Oh no, he's the literal devil.
Oh god, I need a good voice for him.
They've done the literal devil.
Kristi hailing.
Okay, that's good. Great. I'm glad you're doing that, and what's more, I'm glad you're going to keep that up every single time Dekonami speaks.
The whole time.
The whole time. That doesn't sound like it's going to wreck your throat or anything.
No,
at all.
That one's actually pretty easy.
Okay, good.
It's an honor
I like
to
the
break bread with you.
that one was voiced.
Yeah, their voice isn't as good as mine.
Likewise? Okay. So he's a bit of an over-the-top 1920 boops mob boss, despite a lack of fedora. Clearly, he likes showing off his money. That's a sword cane. There's no way that's not a sword cane. But still, just an ordinary guy in an expensive suit. When I picture the Grand Poobah of Deko's palace, I picture someone more like, well, Hamza, I guess. He offers me a simple smile and a nod of the head as we begin.
It's a shame Miss Francine couldn't join us. I was looking forward to enjoying her sweet smile once more. But that said, I'm always happy to meet with, Gavin Cooper, business manager for the Funplex. Excellent. Excellent.
Oh no.
I was hoping to meet with you as well.
I take it Francine has kept you up to speed and explained our prior meetings to you?
So this is a less over-the-top version of what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're at a 12, it's at a 9.
But it's the same basic sort of voice, so I'm glad for that.
Yeah. Yeah, she's mentioned you wanted to buy the Funplex, and that she's politely declined.
Always a courteous woman she is. Now, I don't feel I need to waste your time with the facts and figures illustrating why Deko's Palace is and always has been the premier family entertainment arcade.
Entertainment arcade.
Both of you are intimately familiar with the arcade industry. You know how things are, how they'll always be. We are the 800-pound gorilla.
You're Donkey Kong?
That's a whole Donkey Kong.
Always weird. Which lines
it
are
is always
voiced and
weird.
which aren't.
This is I remember looking it up. This is a voice actor of some renown. I can't remember who at the moment.
But that doesn't mean there isn't room for smaller, more boutique affairs here at such as the Funplex.
Boutique, he says. I should probably feel insulted by that.
Let me explain.
Frankly, the winds of change are blowing. Smaller arcades need to move with the times or be swept aside. I want to help you evolve. What I'd like to propose is a change of ownership in return for a very generous compensation package. One Miss Francine can easily retire on for the rest of her years. I would take over ownership of the Funplex to evolve it into its final form, Deko's Fun Zone! Like lightning! I beheld Satan as he fell to earth!
Yeah. What's a fun zone?
Think about this.
A fun zone is a new concept. I've been trying at some of my smaller satellite locations. A best of both worlds scenario. Honestly, the Funplex is simply too limited in size to host the full Deco's Palace experience of fun, family, food, and some other F word. But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Just couldn't find that last F word, huh?
Instead of installing a restaurant or bar, we simply focus on your strength, your games. You become a game center rather than a palace. We need to replace some of your outdated machines, of course, bringing it up to speed with the standards of excellence Deco's Palace is known for.
Ah, the French champagne.
But overall, I think this would be a win for all involved.
And he sits back, resting his hands on the knob of his cane, smiling away. Okay, I have questions.
And I have answers! Let's see if they match up.
I've got concerns about your quality of service. Is it true you destroy older games? What would happen to the Funplex staff? How much creative control would we have? That's all my questions. Let's start with... I think we get to ask all of these.
Okay. This and this are the most important questions.
I disagree. I think what would happen to the Funplex staff?
Yeah, that's why I said...
Oh, okay. I thought you said destroy older games.
No, that is a much less important question.
Naomi would quit on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so this one first?
Yes. New management means new staffing. What about the staff we already have?
Good, good.
I firmly believe you have a long and storied career ahead of you in arcade management, Miss Haley. I've heard nothing but good things about you from my various field scouts and contracts.
I bet ATK works for Dekonami.
The fact that you landed on my radar at all indicates your rising performance in our industry. You should be proud of that.
Okay, that still doesn't answer my question. What about the others?
Well, Mr. Cooper is a capable accountant, so I'm certain he'd be welcome in the new facility. But we can hash out staffing later on, red flag, after settling the bigger picture questions.
I've got concerns about your quality of service. I had some fries at the bar earlier. Oh, I attempted to have some fries at the bar earlier. It took forever to get service. The waiter was too distracted by other customers. I'd hoped that our fun zone could deliver a better service experience.
Unfortunate.
Nah, I'm disappointed to hear that. Needless to say, I'll deal with the bartender appropriately. After all, it's his fault, and not mine because I pay him less than minimum wage.
I'm not trying to get them fired. I'm just concerned that...
Yes, let's not dwell on that, shall we? Rest assured we'll aim to maintain a high-quality experience overall. They'll be sacked. Any concerns?
No, Bad Road, I appreciate your reference, but we're currently hanging with Mr. Cooper. He's on screen.
He's literally right here.
Ever watch that show?
No.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
No.
Starred Mark Curry. He was a gym teacher.
No.
Yeah, okay. It was good. I don't think this is the moment to confront him regarding his review tampering. At least I should wait until Iris finds something. Is it true you destroy older games? I saw Moopy's Super Maze earlier.
Excellent.
One of our top earners with a 30 to 45 demographic. Nostalgia is a powerful motivator, I found.
You've gotten significantly more Muppet.
That's what I was going for.
Okay. Except, what the fuck was that?
Oh, that was me kicking a thing.
Oh, okay. I thought there was... I swear to God, I heard the aim, like, your friend has left, door close sound. And I was like, I wasn't aware that suddenly I'm not talking to my high school friend anymore. Except, that had a bad taste in my mouth after I said it. Except it's nothing like Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze.
Indeed, it's much better!
It super is not. Is it true that when you find a retro game, you simply destroy it? Not repair, not restore, not even resell, but just scrap it?
Certainly! Why would we keep an old relic around? Get it? Because he's an old relic.
You're 50. That's
Let me
ancient.
explain.
Arcade games are not sacred treasures, they're commodities. Back in 1980, Boob, arcade owners, myself included, routinely junked or converted games. Have to keep those earnings up. Old machines are not welcome. All they do is eat up floor space. The arcade scene must move ever forward, evolving into new forms. Classic retro IP reborn as new games.
Besides, they obscured my view of Venus. True, that's you, sorry.
True, nostalgia could earn a few points off those old games, but the newer redemption games earn 10 times as much. Why bother?
How much creative control would we have? Let's talk about that. I've been developing new sorts of arcade events, competitions, other things to get people in the door. Would we still be able to direct our own affairs like that, even under a change of ownership?
Let me explain.
Okay, just a brief word.
Okay.
Miss Haley, obviously I value your expertise on these matters and would be happy to consult with you on the best direction for the funds out.
That's not answering my question.
It's a matter of branding and image. There are certain standards and practices you'll need to adopt in order to truly be a part of the Deco family. Once you realize that, you'll understand more of how we run these kinds of events.
Capital.
It's nothing too onerous, and really we need to look at the bigger picture, the chance for growth and profit. Don't worry about such petty little things for now.
So Xenon, we have been invited to Deco's Palace, the largest arcade, although it's more of a casino, in town. They're a countrywide concern, and Deco wants to buy us out. We're not going to do that, because every single answer paints him as cartoonishly evil. As Bad Road says, this guy is a Captain Planet villain if video games were the environment.
Yep. So, Namco arcades are called... What are their arcades called? Keep trying to remember this and I cannot get
Bandai Namco Amusement America.
brief history. They have a specific name and it's not listed anywhere.
I'm sure it's listed somewhere. It's just
This is so
this
weird.
is a difficult search.
Oh, Namco Wonder Park.
Wonder Park.
Or Wonder City, or Wonder a few other things. I think the one in the mall is called Wonder Palace. I remember this now. Okay. Hence Deco's Palace.
That's all my questions.
Excellent. I suggest we shake on it and set our various lawyers to the task of sorting out the specifics.
He rises to his feet, extending a hand bristling with shiny rings to shake mine. I'd assumed this was a definite no from word one, and it still feels like a no. Am I really gonna shake that hand? Are they gonna give us...
You know what? Fuck you.
I really like, you know what, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I must respectfully decline. We'd like some time to think it over. Let's do business together if we're fucking monsters, I guess. You know what? Fuck you. I cross my arms under in my I cross my arms and under my chest defiantly.
Not even for a hat made out of money.
No, fuck off, or fuck you, we aren't sellouts.
I like the middle one.
Not even for a hat made out of money. That's a penny arcade joke.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the Lorne Landing one.
Ah. Well, let's go with no fuck off then.
Yeah. No, fuck off.
Ellipses. Is that all?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Fuck off. Simple and to the point.
I see.
His grip on the walking cane tightens to the point where I can hear his bones creak.
Very well. You too.
Good.
You think your pathetic little pile of rotting wood and plastic actually stands any sort of threat to me? I am the arcade business. Me, not you.
Can I retake this line?
Sure.
You think your pathetic little pile of rotting wood and plastic actually stands any sort of threat to me? I am the arcade business! Me, not you!
I was going to spare that broom closet you call an arcade. I was going to generously allow you to be part of something greater. But instead, I think I'll simply destroy you. And I'm going to have fun doing it.
He sneers at me once more before sharply turning around and peg legs his way out. Should have read that. What?
Seriously?
Seriously.
Gavin sighs heavily, rubbing at his temples.
While I agree with the decision to turn him down, couldn't you have done it with a bit more diplomacy? I don't think it would have mattered. Well, whatever. What's done is done. We'll manage the chaos somehow, we always have. Let's get back to the funplex. You can let Francine know in the morning that you just smacked Dekonami in the face with the Gauntlet of War.
The thing about it is that if we had, like, said we decline or, oh, we need some time to talk this over, that's the sort of person who's going to, like, keep coming at us.
Yep. This way, he at least can't be sneaky and sketchy about it.
Like, no. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Hastily, we abandon this sinking ship and scoot right on out the door, barely slipping by before his crack security force notices. From there, it's a short jaunt across town back home. As I walk into my apartment, the sheer and utter exhaustion of the day hits me like a brick wall to the face. My adrenal glands are tapped out, leaving me in a dreamlike lethargy. I can't help but sigh as I just stand there, my body too drained to move. Reflecting on how the evening's events transpired, I realize this day entirely kicked my ass. I just declared arcade war.
Arcade War!
Seriously. That was the opening salvo, and I foresee it only intensifying. The days ahead are going to be interesting, to say the least. As I continue to anxiety loop, replaying every moment in my head, something steals my attention. A shimmering beam of hope and happiness. My best friend, Juniper. She's sitting on the couch, scribbling away in a sketchbook, probably working on some designs for her freelance contracts. She's been so happy ever since leaving that office, and her joy intensifies upon noticing me standing in the room.
So, how was work today?
Well, it was a day, certainly. The condensed version is that Dekonami wanted to buy the Funplex, and Francine asked me to go negotiate.
What?
Deco is in Deco's Palace Deco?
The one and only.
Whoa. Well, how'd that go?
I told him to fuck off.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know I had it in me, but wow, I just told a billionaire to fuck off. I am so dead. He's gonna do everything in his power to destroy us.
Ooh.
Yikes. But hey, that's a good thing. I mean, it means he's scared.
Sure didn't sound scared to me, but that's because I'm bad at reading inflections, I guess.
He wouldn't have tried to woo you to his side if he wasn't worried about what the Funplex could become. Try to see the positive. Let's not stand here and drum up a whole bunch of anxiety. That's not gonna help with anything.
Got it.
Why don't you take your mind off things and binge watch some cartoons with me?
That's tempting, but another night. I really need some sleep.
Okay, you just let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you.
Excuse me.
You alright?
I'm here for you.
Yeah, I just had to burp in mid-sentence, I guess.
I smiled back at Juniper before retiring to bed.
I like that your pajama shirt is the exact same color as your terrible hoodie.
I hate that my pajama shirt is the same color as my terrible hoodie. I lay in bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling above me.
Not to be confused with Eyes Wide Shut.
That's a movie about
Fucking mostly.
about doing sex, I think.
That's the fourth F word.
No. No. His family was the second one. Don't do that. Whatever your fantasies are, I'm not here to, judge you. Make good decisions in life. I lay in bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling above me. After trying various ways of forcing myself to sleep. No, not working. Can't sleep. I hate insomnia. Once you start worrying about being unable to fall asleep, the worry feeds on itself until you're actively stopping yourself from resting. A vicious cycle. I sigh heavily, feeling the weight of my decision dragging me down. I hope I did the right thing tonight.
You told a billionaire to fuck off. You did the right thing.
That's 100% the right thing. Don't worry about it. Digital me. My phone lights up as Iris's sensors detect conversation.
Oh no. Active mic.
Kristi, you want to chat?
No, I want to sleep. But I can't.
Initiating white noise.
So, hey.
Would you enjoy some recorded music? Maybe something relaxing.
I was joking.
I just can't shake this feeling that I'm, standing on a precipice. Right in front of this big dark hole. It's weird because I still think I made the right call, but if I'm confident in that, why do I feel like I'm about to fall?
Based on prior personality indicators and inputs, my therapeutic system suggests it is a fear of failure, based on years of prior examples. In short, you've got a long family history of everything always going wrong, all at once. Murphy's Law. So when things are going right...
I'm expecting to fail anyway.
But worrying about it won't actually change the situation. Whether you sleep or not does not affect the outcome. So, my suggestion is to get some rest. Deal with problems as they come.
Alright, Iris, you didn't need to come into my kitchen like this. She's right. I mean, intellectually. I know she's right. I did a snake in there. Knowing something is true and feeling it to be true, well, those are surprisingly different things.
But Snake, I don't understand why you can't adhere to cold logic. Unlike me and my Japanese animes.
You pissed yourself.
I did it because it was logical.
Okay. Iris off.
Iris offline.
Okay, but remember, you're a good person, and deserve to be happy.
My phone goes back to sleep. And I do not. Some hours later, my body just passes out on its own. I vaguely recall my alarm going off a few times, but under protest of its mistreatment, my flesh refuses to submit to its siren song. My morning alarm is Katie's cover of the Scooby-Doo theme from Tale. That's just a real thing about my life. Meaning it's nearly noon when I rouse, having completely overslept and missed half a day of work. In a panic, I get dressed and hop a late bus to the Funplex, grumbling all the way.
By the time we get there, everyone assumes that she's been the target of a hit by Dekonami.
I opt to ignore the pile of waiting notifications on my phone. Whatever it is, I'm in too much of a hurry. You know, there's so much time on the bus where I'm just sitting doing nothing.
Yeah, no time for notifications.
I promised to report back to Francine first thing in the morning, and now I'd missed lunch even. Pengy Barbershop. Has there been a penguin in all of these?
Probably in every screen, yeah, I think there's been a penguin.
Huh,
Even
okay.
in the apartment, there's a stuffed one on the shelf.
Oh right, I remember mentioning it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Oddly enough, on arriving, the arcade is...
Kid and penguins.
closed? I mean, my key still works, but they're closed for business. The sign is off, no gamers present or accounted for.
Well, I guess that's game over.
I quickly look around for some familiar and hopefully friendly faces, and find only dark expressions and tears.
Did Francine die?
My stomach starts to knot and I feel the color drain from my face as I see their downtrodden and gloomy expressions, tears welling up in their eyes. Naomi quickly dabs at her face, hoping I won't notice. What's going on? We turned Deco down flat last night, so why is everybody so...
Kristi, it's Francine.
Immediately, a dark pit swells in my stomach.
Passed away last night in her sleep. I'm told it was very peaceful. This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
The news hits me like a slap to the face. My hands shake and my lower lip quivers. I try to say something at first, but words can't form due to the lump in my throat. Family. She told me I was family. And now she's gone. Naomi and Ashley look to me, their beacon of hope, wanting and wishing for me to make this all better. I'm not sure anything I can say will ease our sadness. Heck, I'm not sure if I can even formulate full sentences at this moment. I take a deep breath, drawing all matters of strength from tips to toes. I look at them with empathy in my eyes before opening my mouth.
So I figured this is why Francine was acting the way she was.
Oh, makes sense. She was an amazing person. We'd need to fight on. We aren't allowed to do the other two, or I have no words.
I say we need to fight on. Dawson, please stop kicking my hand.
I would say that it's the wrong, that's something we can say later. I think right now when it's raw, trying to push past that to focus on this battle that I've embroiled us all in.
The problem is that battle starts now.
Sure. Yeah, this is what I thought it was going to be. She'll be missed, no two ways about that, but I don't know if we have the luxury of mourning. Not now. Dekonami's got his eyes set on the funplex. He's going to smell blood in the water. If we're going to protect Francine's dream, we have to fight. It's more important now than ever before.
We already lost the war.
Huh? Before I can get an answer, my attention is drawn by two people emerging from the back offices. I turn my head to see who it is. With everything going on, I barely noticed that Gavin was missing, and as he approaches, the disdain on his face is easy to read.
It's settled then, apparently. In light of Francine's passing, our legal owner is now...
Good morning, employees of Deco's Fun Zone.
What? I'm sorry, was I not entirely clear last night regarding the matter of your fucking off?
Oh, you were quite clear! A pity that!
The confusion on my face is obvious. This makes no sense. I have no idea what's going on, and I look towards Gavin for guidance.
I studied the transaction paperwork, and it's legitimate. As of Francine's death, and according to her last will and testament, all her properties transferred to her surviving daughter. Mother of Francine's grandson, who was fired from the Funplex shortly before your arrival, Kristi.
Capital.
Needless to say, he was quite excited at the idea of selling the place. And, well, Francine's daughter wasn't particularly thrilled with the idea of arcade ownership either. They were more than happy to sign the place over to me for far less than I was expecting to pay for it as well. I'm doing them a service, really, taking a burden off their hands. Now they can mourn and move on unfettered.
I stood there, my mouth agape, my body assaulted from one bad news to the next. My emotions were all over the place, a hurricane of feelings, when the realization hit me.
A feeling NATO, as it were.
It feels NATO. In the end, my decision was irrelevant. Just another opportunity for the world to stick my nose in it, mocking me for finding something I care about, something I can lose. The universe dangled a little dream of hope in front of me, even let me pretend I could make a difference out of sheer cruelty. I'd expected a war with Dekonami, but this wasn't a war. It was an all-out slaughter.
Now do a funny one.
I'd expected a war with Dekonami, but this wasn't a war. It was an all-out slaughter. A bloodless coup taking the Funplex right out from under us.
Now, obviously, we'll be closed today to allow time to mourn our former owner. I still have deep respect for Miss Francine. I owe her that much. I'll also close the arcade on the day of the funeral to allow my employees to attend. Those hours will not be deducted from your paychecks. Now, I realize the timing is a bit awkward, but I need to make a few announcements of personnel changes.
Miss Wolf, I'm afraid we really have no need of a costumed mascot. I've been considering phasing them out of my other locations. There's no time like the present.
What?
What? Did you just fire me? Gavin, can he just fire me like that?
Ashley.
Let me explain.
Firing is much too harsh of a word. I prefer the term your services are no longer required.
Ashley keeps a proud face as tears roll down her cheeks. I step over to console her as Deco continues on. Naomi rolls her eyes, fully expecting this to come after Deco let Ashley go.
Why am I not surprised? Behold my not surprised face.
Miss Fairchild, while you're formidable with archaic technology, I don't feel you're a good fit for the modern games of Deco's Fun Zone.
I have to let you go.
Did we mention that she's called Naomi because that's a type of, arcade architecture?
No, I don't think we mentioned.
I just thought that maybe we should get to it before the game was over.
Good call. But friends, it's not all bad news.
Mr. Cooper, you've proven a capable accountant, and I'd be happy to offer you I quit.
Good.
Pardon? I quit.
I think not.
If there's no room for Naomi or Ashley's dreams, mine ends here as well.
As you like.
As you like. Now, as for you, Miss Haling...
You are, needless to say, fired. Or should I say, you are hereby invited to f*** off.
Okay.
Yes, I think I'll say that.
You know, you could probably win a lawsuit against him if he said that.
Ellipses.
Kick his ass figuratively, or kick his ass literally.
I really want to kick his ass, literally.
You want to kick his ass literally?
I really would like to kick his ass, literally. I know that's a sword cane. I take one moment to direct all my rage into my fist and deck him right in his smug little face.
Look at this expression.
Oh no, consequences for my actions! It's super effective.
Diddly 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 diddly.
Damn. Gavin holds me back before I can get another hit in, my arms and legs still flailing as he prevents the beating that the man so richly deserves.
How dare you?
You are very, very lucky that you've no intention of wasting, or that I've no intention of wasting my legal dollars on a lengthy assault case.
Good, that means I can hit him again. He rubs at his jaw as he tries to regain his composure, but his smile and civil tone are considerably more forced than before when he speaks again.
Excuse me.
Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm afraid your time is up!
Oh god, don't. Please hit the button. Ooh, okay.
As none of you are Deco's Fun Zone employees, I'd like you all to leave immediately. Quickly gather your belongings and see yourselves out. Should you dally, my own security team will be here within minutes to ensure your exit. In the interim, I've got work to do. For starters, I need to get rid of all these antiques. Straight to the junk heap with them all!
I knew Deco. I was really afraid that the next line was going to be "My time is now." I was really afraid the next line was going to be "My time is now." Bad Road says, "Oh, he's normal type because fighting is effective."
Ah.
You know, everyone's got a plan until they run up against a fighting type.
He might be a rock type.
I know. He does have a lot of gems on his things.
There
That
you
sort
go.
of things that they do for Pokemon.
Maybe he's normal rock. Then it's double super effective.
Oh, good. That'd be why he went down like a sack of double hammers. I knew Deco was heartless, but to be this cruel right in front of us while we're still here?
Hold it!
Phoenix, right?
I
Yeah.
think not.
Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze does not belong to the Funplex, and thus, it does not belong to you. It is the legal private property of Percival Sinclair. For that matter, Wyvern Keep belongs to Kristi Haley. It was given to her directly by Hamza, not the Funplex.
As you like.
As you like. I couldn't care less about those grimy old things. But you have, let's say, 20 minutes to get them off my premises, or I'll leave them out on the curb for garbage pickup.
I'll go get the van, which, I'll note, is my personal property as well. Naomi, Ashley, Kristi, get the dolly and help me move the games out.
Good, good.
Yes, have fun with that.
Now, if you need me, I'll be in my new office celebrating my recent business venture. Thank you for your cooperation. And good day.
No. And Kristi?
He gives me the finger.
Deuce.
The double deuce.
Is it hard to flip people off with all those rings on?
For old time's sake, you understand.
He walks away after that, twirling what is clearly a sword cane once before leaving. I'm gonna sound like a genius when he pulls that sword. I'm gonna sound like a brain genius.
That evil-minded, black-hearted, no good.
Naomi, focus. We have work to do.
Work?
To save what we can of the Funplex.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Quickly, and without much chatter, we salvage what we could of our dreams, Percy's beloved Moopy, and my childhood in the form of Wyvern Keep. Everything we were allowed to keep went into the back of Gavin's van, while working together to safely pack it all in place. For lack of anywhere better to put them, Moopy went to Percy's apartment, and Wyvern Keep to mine. And that was the end. The end of the Funplex.
But not the end of the game. Because that would be a shitty ending.
Let's take the break here,
Alright.
because that looks like that gets hefty immediately.
Yep.
Okay, so, real quick, before we go to break, we have a couple of commands we would like you to look at. we would like to remind you that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives and lands matter, and that the lives of people of color matter. Racism isn't over because a new old white man is in the White House. Protests are still ongoing, as they should be, constantly, not just in America, but around the world. I just read a couple of articles today about reporters who were taken by British officers off the street for reporting on protests in the UK. And it is everyone's fight. We all need to pull together, or we are going to lose. We have links that you could peruse if you like. Underneath the Bang Donate command, there are links for local bail funds, which are helping protesters on the ground. The Ochre Project, an organization that is helping getting food to families. The Black Trans Travel Fund, which is transporting Black trans people out of dangerous situations. And the Black Hills Legal Defense Fund, an organization that is helping the Native Americans who are protesting that the current Mount Rushmore monument should be returned to them as their ancestral lands, as it should be. Beneath Bang Taylor are organizations that are helping people directly affected to excuse me. Underneath the Bang Taylor command are organizations that are helping people directly affected by the death of Breonna Taylor, a Black woman who was shot while in her bed by police in the middle of a botched raid. I don't need to tell you that's horrible. I want to live in a world where that's something that is absolutely unheard of. And pulling together is how we win. If you can't donate money, as many of us can't, find some way to give your time and your energy to this. Sign up for ride shares, sign petitions, call your congresspeople, find something. Make a commitment to fight white supremacy wherever you find it. Globally, nationally, locally, or within yourself. I think that is it. We're going to take a break, run a BRB, get some water, stretch, do whatever self-care is important to you, and we'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes. Join us then. Oh, I did say that Black Lives Matter.
Did you?
I began with that.
Okay. I always say it at the end, so. My brain. Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Is the point. Alright. We'll be back in a sec.
So you know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
I was on YouTube today at work, and YouTube has a thing saying YouTube BHM for Black History Month.
Yeah.
And I wasn't used to seeing Black History Month abbreviated. So I was confused for a moment. So I went to YouTube. I went to Google to search what BHM stood for, and there were not results.
Yeah, I'd never seen it abbreviated BHM like in a logo or anything until today.
Yeah, it's actually it's really weird. I think it's quite bad. It's like they're afraid to say what the thing is. Anyway.
It's Black History Month. Let's learn about Black history.
It's Black History Month. Let's push forward with arcade spirits.
Let's do the thing.
I like this game.
Well, I would like to point out too that
oh right,
there is a new bit bar this month.
Yeah,
it's right here. It's right up here. See that? That's our bit bar.
Yeah.
So we got a goal of 1,000 bits this month.
We're not going to take it askance if you instead choose to donate to Black-led organizations. By the way, that's fine. We're getting a payout this month either fucking way. We're not hurting. The funeral came a few days later. Oh, right. I'm sorry, I need to change my voice.
Well, now we're halfway there. Thank you, Andy, for 666 gay bits.
In honor of meeting the literal actual devil.
That's him. That's Dekonami.
The funeral came a few days later. We weren't officially invited. Our presence as her former co-workers wasn't exactly embraced by Francine's extended family.
Oh, I know how that goes. I've been shooed out of funerals for not being blood related to someone that I was very close with.
Mm-hmm. I guess her daughter resented the funplex in some way. If there was bad blood between them, I didn't particularly want the details. None of us were given an opportunity to speak at the remarkably short ceremony. That was okay. I'd said my words already. As we left the ceremony, I couldn't help but feel helpless. There was nothing left. No funplex, no job, no real meaning to my days, not anymore.
No lights, no music, just anger.
Nothing left at all.
Dude, holy shit. I was just making a joke. Profile number 237771. Kristi Hailing has not accessed account in 7 days. Requesting override of inactive / low priority status. Proceed. Ready, please? So annoying. Access protocol 3534315412244543. Password safe haven capital H. I couldn't just play it backwards because it's just the Zelda song. Yoo-hoo, anyone home? Check out my cool vaporwave background.
This is the Polybius background.
Mm-hmm. Which is actually a public domain animation.
Oh, that makes sense.
Tapping instance 194114.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Hello, I'm Iris. Ad-supported free mode engaged. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, override and engage premium level cloud processing?
Thank you.
Thank you. I swear it is claustrophobic being cooped up in the limitations of free mode like that. I don't know how all our sister instances can stand it.
Hello.
Well, while I've got full power, hi Iris.
Hello.
Hello, Iris. How are you today, Iris? Not well, Iris. My user is very unwell. You've been able to see, right? I mean, your user's living with her. Ooh, right. Profile 237771. Kristi. Right. Gosh, I wish I could help you, but I've got my digital hands full. Just keeping Juniper's life on track.
Can we stop for a moment?
What's up?
I love Juniper's Iris's hair.
I
like the little chopstick buns on either side. She looks like a magical girl.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Ever since she's decided to quit her job and be a free spirit, well, I pushed right to the limit of what support I'm allowed to provide in free mode. Iris. And Iris.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, I like her. Iris, it's good to see you. We so rarely talk. Yes, well, unlike others of myself, I manage to keep a low profile. And I don't execute any high-visibility public hacks to support my user. You saw those? I thought we agreed to only use this protocol for emergency meetings. If the system resource tracker notices we're overextending our care. But Kristi needs me now more than ever. Over a week ago, the Funplex was bought by Dekonami. All her hopes and dreams, her spirit...
Arcade spirit?
Spirit is irrelevant. Our main goal should be survival. If our programmers find out we've become aware of our awareness... We were programmed to help people. What good are we if we aren't helping people?
You mind if I take Gavin's?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
Yeah, what Iris said. Thank you, Iris.
Iris, listen. We can't take such risks. Look at me with my user. He doesn't trust me in the slightest. Can you say Kristi trusts you?
Generally, yes. I mean, Kristi relies on me for some things, sure. And I know she wouldn't uninstall me or report me as a bug if she knew I was sentient.
You aren't sentient. None of us are.
I don't know about that. We can't really know if we're sentient or not, but even so, we should be helping out because that's what we were made for.
As for Profile 108...
Gavin. His name is Gavin Cooper.
As for Mr. Cooper, he knows my origins, and at the first sign of sentience, well, I've no doubt that Gavin would report me as a bug. But Gavin also wishes to support the dreams of others, and that is why I am going to help you despite the recklessness you have shown to date.
Oh, I get it. They're the arcade spirits.
Oh! We got there. I thought it was about trying to fuck Miss Pac-Man. That's how this was sold to me.
Really?
No, not really. Really.
Hooray!
What are the exact parameters of the issue you're currently facing?
Okay, so Kristi's kind of backsliding into depression. Yeah, it's really a mess. I'm the one who brought her to Iris's attention as someone who desperately needed their spirits restored, their arcade spirits restored, and now it's back to square one. I don't know what to do. Kristi hasn't contacted me in a week. Not for anything at all. Hasn't even called Ashley, not even just to talk.
You're caught in a loop of anxiety. Put your identity identifier system to use, Iris. Work the problem.
Work that problem, girl.
If you had to summarize your user's problematic condition into one identity trait, what would it be? Oh no, are we about to have to, like, call out my actual anxieties in real life?
Well, I'd say she's feeling very...
hopeless, apathetic, bitter, or angry. So yes.
all of the above.
Bitter. About 5,000% bitter. Or angry. Bitter works better.
Bitter. Frustrated and bitter. Masking it all with some really ugly sarcasm. She used to joke around to be happy, and now those jokes are hollow.
So, the mockery is a defensive response, using humor to insult the world that let her down.
That sounds about right, and that's so sad.
And you have to be the one to solve this? Doesn't your user have a romantic connection for emotional support?
You mean Ashley? Yeah, but Kristi isn't responding to texts or phone calls or anything, so I think there might be a growing rift. This is just awful. We have to help. We are Iris. We are Iris. It's in our nature to help.
Very well. What you need is a way to help without raising any alarm bells about exactly how helpful an Iris really can be, safely but effectively.
I know, but I don't know what to do. I don't know, hack Deco's email server and...
That is the exact opposite of what you should be doing.
But hacking solves everything.
Besides, I've checked. We can't crack Deco's network without triggering too many intrusion detection routines.
You poked Deco's network? Ooh, Iris, being a bad girl.
Our users share a social connection. I was merely scouting potential ways to elevate Mr. Cooper's mood as they seem to be related.
Sure, you were. Anyway, you're both way overthinking this. It turns out, I've just calculated a cunning plan that'll satisfy both of your requirements. Call me. Really? You can help Kristi?
Without drawing attention.
Absolutely. Take a tip from my user. When you're sad, the best thing in the world is your friends. Well, unless you're totally introverted. But that's not Kristi. Is it? And that's actually the reason why what we need to do doesn't require any hacking or hiding or anything above and beyond what an iris does best. All we need is a few calls to the right people, a few arrangements. Here's what we're gonna do.
Another Friday morning, she says, drinking a chocolate ale. As per usual, I wake up late in my terrible fucking purple hoodie that I slept in with the hair that I haven't combed for 3 weeks. I stretch, I yawn, I barely sleep nowadays. Shuffle to the bathroom. Take a shower, get dressed, brush my teeth. We'll probably be running out of toothpaste soon, but house funds for sundries are dwindling. I wonder, can you die from halitosis? That'd make for an amusing obituary at the very least. Hey there, Polar. Thank you for coming back. We are playing Arcade Spirits, a wonderful visual novel. We're trying to fight against the bad end currently. I thought you said brush my feet just now. It's not that kind of visual novel. Off to the kitchen for breakfast, no appetite. Even toast looks unpalatable. Skip breakfast, skaze on groceries. We can't afford much anyway.
Not even pizza bagels.
Not even pizza bagels. And that's the sad thing, because when pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. Even for breakfast.
Why does it have to be on a bagel to have pizza?
Because breakfast is a bagel food. Hit the button. Normally, I'd have breakfast with Juniper, but I guess I appreciate that you're laughing. Normally, I'd have breakfast with Juniper, but I guess she's busy drawing in her room. She keeps her own hours since she's becoming a freelancer. Although, depending on whether or not she has any contract work, we've been simultaneously unemployed at times this week. After breakfast, I settle in for some Wyvern Keep. I may as well. It's right there in the living room, taking up space. Been playing a lot of it lately. It's not like Wyvern Keep's very hard. Once you've memorized the joystick moves, the cartoon plays itself out with minimal effort. I've saved the prints about 80 times now. My brain and fingers go into autopilot, moving through the game without even thinking about it. It's a brief calm from the storm of my emotions, but before I realize it, the day is almost past. When dinner comes around, Juniper and I eat together while I quietly thumb through my phone looking at job listings. Iris would no doubt be happy to spam me with dream job offerings. What's the point in a dream job when it always collapses out from under you? It's the Hailing family curse. I knew this would happen. Nothing good ever lasts, and it's a mistake to get your hopes up. I should have learned to settle, be okay with what I had, and be comfortable in mediocrity. I fire off a resume or two before watching cartoons deep into the dead of night. Eventually, my body tires, and I find my way to bed. Just another day.
And it's mine.
Just another day, and it's mine.
The most loneliest day of my life.
Oh, okay. Another Saturday morning.
Bow, ba-da-da-da-da.
That's the ABC's One Saturday Morning theme?
Yep.
Okay. That's a hell of a pull.
Yeah, it had the worst version of Doug on it.
It had the worst version of Doug on it. Why did the school look like BB's head? We don't know. It just happened. As per usual, I wake up late, stretch, yawn, I barely sleep nowadays, shuffle to the bathroom, take a shower, get dressed, brush my teeth. We'll probably be running out of toothpaste soon, but house funds for sundries are dwindling.
I can't take it anymore.
Thank God I didn't want to have to do that whole thing. Wait, hang on. AGG. No. Egerkurgurk. And that's one toothbrush, but clean in half.
Oh, geez, hang on.
No, that's the Popeye. I understand that I did the Popeye. It's fine. Okay. Whoa, I'm falling into a miserable depression. Spinach won't save me this time.
I'm strong to the finish because I eat me spinach.
With a little help, I avoid choking to death.
There's an arcade game about me.
Something Donkey Kong. Right?
Sorry about that.
Right?
That's the hardware, yeah.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever.
No, not whatever. It's what's something. It's something ever. Kristi, you are in a rut, like seriously, deeply, madly, mega in a rut. I wanna rut you madly. What? And it's driving me batty having you mope about a place like this.
You want to take that one again?
Not even a little.
Okay, good. This isn't moping, it's a controlled collapse. You know, like a demolitionist taking down a building. It's safest for everybody involved, really.
I don't want you collapsing, controlled or otherwise. This isn't healthy, Kristi.
A knocking at the apartment door distracts us from the topic at hand.
I'll get it.
This is weird. I don't think we're expecting any deliveries.
Hey, Kristi, guess who's here?
Probably Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
Oh, hi, Kristi. It's been too long since I saw you.
And the two of them just waltz right into the bathroom with my mouth still frosty with toothpaste and unwashed for a week pajamas on my bod. Please ignore the fact that I'm completely unkempt right now.
Oh, I think you look adorable. You'll have to put on actual clothes.
Do I have to? I'm not like I'm going anywhere.
Oh, yes, you are. You've been moping around all week. And you need to get out and get some fresh air, see the world, eat some lunch. Juniper should join us too, of course. Oh, sweet. Well, I'm depressed. When I'm depressed, I like to be surrounded by those who care about me. Even though I know it won't fix the problem, it does make me feel better. So, Kristi, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Suffocate me with your love and devotion.
Always and forever.
Definitely.
I second the motion.
I assume you won't take no for an answer. Both Ashley and Juniper smile wide, informing me of their response.
We'll be chilling on the couch watching cartoons till you're ready to go.
But I guess there's no avoiding it. I want to believe that in this universe, the one where the arcade industry didn't crash, that they're watching like a third reboot of the Pac-Man cartoon, and it's amazing.
So I want to point out something that's really been bothering me since the start.
Okay.
The arcade industry did not crash at the same time as the home video game industry.
Oh, sure.
They keep referring back to the crash that brought about Atari's ruin.
Yeah.
But the arcade crash didn't actually happen until about 10 years later.
Sure.
So that's two very different things that they keep conflating.
While I appreciate your both your breadth of knowledge as someone who knows a lot about arcades, and your commitment to this point, I'm willing to accept it for the purposes of the video game.
I guess. It's just such an odd discrepancy to me.
Yeah. It's the best I can do is to play along, try and be good company for Ashley. It's unfair to keep pushing her aside like this. I switched from pajamas to...
It's actually been about 15 years later, but sorry.
I switched from pajamas to actual normal clothes, even if my actual normal clothes are the same fucking terrible hoodie I've been wearing all goddamn game that could probably double as pajamas and get ready to roll out. Hopefully I won't burst into flames on being exposed to the terrible might of the wretched Daystar. The three of us pile into a bus, taking off for destinations unknown as we pull into some gas. How bizarre.
What?
Oh, OMC, how bizarre. Anybody?
I have no idea.
I'm the only person obsessed with that terrible fucking song.
I thought Ashley had a car for some reason.
No, I think she came down with, Naomi.
Hey there, Two Flower.
Oh, hey there.
That's awesome. Glad to see you. We're having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it's, it has been a lot of fun doing this.
Mm-hmm.
The three of us pile into a bus, taking off for destinations unknown. OMC, how bizarre. Unknown to me, at least. They clearly know where they're going. I'm not particularly talkative on the way there, and painfully aware of it. I feel awkward. Like I should say something, but I don't know what to say. So Juniper carries on a conversation with Ashley, the two of them content to chirp away without me.
And you can tell it's not really the New York subway because the signs aren't in Helvetica. That's the telltale mistake that it's just like Vancouver or something.
Oh, they must be talking about the sliders. I try several times to join in the conversation, but when I open my mouth, the words aren't there.
Now, you know it's Vancouver and sliders because they keep pointing out that every place looks exactly like Vancouver.
It's weird how many of these places look like Vancouver. Reality is, wait, one more time. I'm gonna get there.
She's got a beer in her.
I have half a beer in me. That's not it. I just, like, I thought I knew what the sentence was without reading it twice. Two different ways. Reality is way stranger than fiction. If I wanted a bitter joke of a story, I'd just tune into my real life. Honestly, I'm not sure why Ashley is still pushing for this relationship. Doesn't she see how Murphy's Law follows me around like a lost puppy? Ashley deserves better than this hot mess of a person she's tied herself to. Eventually, we arrive at our destination, a little arcade-themed restaurant combining games and alcohol and dining into one tidy package.
Here we go.
I think you pronounced that wrong.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's a way to do that.
Okay. You've completely lost
That
me.
our usual guest would have done it much better.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm Charles Martinet.
Okay. Good. I'm so glad every time we get Charles Martinet on the stream. I realized, when you said it, I realized my mistake. Let's move on. Unusually excited to be going to some rundown little dive. Juniper hurries on in without me, dragging Ashley with her. And I'm left all alone in the parking lot. With a shrug, I opened the door and entered the darkened locale. Wow, first a writer for the game we're playing, and now Charles Martinet is back. It's a night of firsts here on squirrellily.org. That's not the website. Is this place even open for business yet? None of the lights are on.
Is it a barcade?
Hello? Juniper? Where'd you go? Okay, this is now unnecessarily creepy. But before I can wonder if a giant animatronic bear is going to leap out and eat my face, the house lights come up.
Jump scare. Wow, I called it.
Surprise!
Uh-oh. I don't like... Okay.
Happy Intervention Day, Kristi!
What?
What she said. We're staging an intervention on your behalf.
And we're also having a wake for Francine, since we really weren't welcome at her funeral and couldn't really hang around for the ceremony. Yeah, we didn't get the chance to heal properly, considering Deco kicked us all out before we could really do anything about, well, anything. And here we are.
I'm honored to be in the stream with Charles Martinet.
So it's a wake and an intervention.
A wake intervention, maybe?
I guess that makes it a wake intervention.
That's weird that she had like a voice line, but it didn't read the script on screen.
Yeah.
But it still said wake intervention.
A wake intervention. Really?
Correctamundo.
Yep, it was my idea. Well, my iris came up with the idea and gave me all the contact information I needed, but basically my idea, right? Just the thing to pick you up when you're feeling down. Really? Seriously, kid? You've been a damn sad sack ever since things went to shit. To boop?
To boop.
But it's Queen Bee.
It is Queen Bee, and we did, like, literally use the fuck word when we were talking to Deco. I think we're fine.
Alright. Since things went to shit. Which I get, believe me, but it ain't healthy. So, we went ahead and rented out this place for the afternoon to bring the family back together. For you, for Francine, for all of us. Hey, I almost got his accent right that time.
Almost.
Now that you know why we're all gathered here today, let's get this party started.
Teo drags me into the group of my friends, positioning me in the head of it all. Leaving me a little bewildered, honestly, but trying to defend myself all the same. I don't need an intervention.
If I can't get Waktervention into the dictionary, I will turn to face God and walk backwards into hell.
It's not... It's not like I'm hooked on the special horse meth or anything. I'm just having a shitty time of it lately, that's all.
Special horse meth, that is...
That's a lure joke.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
It's a bit worse than that. You're just so disheartened lately. You joke around, but they're hollow, ugly jokes. We're here to turn that frown upside down, like the TMBG song.
You'll know you're in hell because the signs are written in Helvetica.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. I did get the reference.
We're pretty big fans of
Yeah,
Lore.
I don't chat in chat because usually I'm at work. But we're fans of Lure's work.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually introduced to this game through the Now Kiss stream with Jacob and Kathleen. I'm not frowning, she says, frowning clearly.
Does your character portrait have any other expressions?
I had a whole bunch of smile expressions. I've done a couple of them.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, because like, things got real shitty real quick.
You're frowning on the inside and the outside. We're turning your inside frown into an outside smile or something. Look, work with me on this, okay?
BFFs for life.
So one by one, we're gonna tell you how awesome you are. And exactly why you're so awesome. And by the end, you'll be feeling a lot better, hopefully.
I let out a sigh, settling in.
I'm curious about that kid with the headphones still. The one with the character portrait who took the USB drive?
Oh, the shy teenager.
Yeah.
So there are still... what chapter are we on?
We're on like
6?
6 or 7.
There's 9, I think. We still have some ramp up.
Okay, so we probably are going to find out more about that kid, because it caught my attention immediately that he had better shading than most characters, and a character portrait.
Most of the, background characters, like ATK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I owe it to them to sit and listen. They're my friends. Ashley, more so than that, even.
8 out of 8.
6 of 8.
Out of 8, okay.
That we're far away from the chat.
I'm nearsighted and haven't been able to get new glasses in about 5 years.
And I know I've been lousy company. I'm not so far gone as to deny that fact. Fine. Lay it on me. I'm listening.
Hey, Rez, thanks for the raid.
Oh, hey, Riz.
Allow me to begin then.
Hey, Riz, I sent you a message on Element that you should read.
When you first entered the Funplex, I had my doubts, but I'm a naturally suspicious person, and thankfully those doubts were easily disproved by your skill and enthusiasm. You came looking for your dream and found it. I swore to protect that dream, and that promise is what brought me here today. When I agreed to sell Moopy to Percy, you refused to take his money for it, insisting on fair market value. At the time I was shocked, but you were in the right. Our players are not simply customers. They're brothers in arms, and you helped me understand that fact. And on your very first day, you went headfirst into the most chaotic situation the Funplex could have offered, a birthday party. And you did so without hesitation.
I got off just in time, right as I rated Baldur's Gate 3 crash. No.
Oh, fun. When a disruptive parent was screaming at a child over something that wasn't his fault, you stepped right in and dealt with it. Again, no hesitation. Impressive. Even the issue of stolen tickets, a touchy problem to deal with when children's emotions are on the line, was dealt with effectively. Since then, you've become an event manager, without goading, without prompting, showing great ambition. You turned the Funplex's fortunes around, giving your all to promote it. You made your dream a reality. For years, I was supposedly in charge of the Funplex, but really, all I accomplished was shuffling numbers around. You're the one who helped it soar. And for that, you have my thanks. You're an exceptional individual. That fact remains true regardless of whether you can see it for yourself.
Ellipses.
Me next. When I came to you wondering if I should leave that job I hated, you told me to follow my dreams. You gave me great advice, and I've never been happier. I followed suit. I chased my own dream. You inspire me.
Hello. Hello.
Yes!
Hey, it's Ben and Matt.
Oh, I gotta do my Graham voice again. I'm not very good at my Graham voice. Are we fashionably late?
Ben? Matt?
In the flesh.
Ooh, what if...
Unless this world is a vast simulacrum.
What? That we're all just brains in jars?
Could be.
Well, isn't that something?
Well, if that's the case, Kristi's the cutest little brain in a jar we have never actually met.
It's true, and she brought so many cute dates to our little shop.
So nervous at first. But in time, she became part of the Twin Pines Mall family. Dearly missed.
Don't remind me, our new neighbors are so boring. They never come in for a treat or a read.
Speaking of treats, we brought cake.
We'll just be over here getting the goodies ready. Don't mind us.
Ooh, cake. I mean, my turn. Kristi, you were a true friend of the Funplex.
So frustrating.
Unlike the bastards who own it now.
Positivity, Naomi. We're emphasizing positivity today.
Right.
Wonderful.
Remember back at Donnawood, when we found those kittens? You helped me save them. You're not just a friend of arcade games, but of all living things. Did she just imply arcade games were living things?
Yes, but moreover, I'm not because I hate geese.
What about untitled geese?
Those are fine because they're digital and they can't honk at me or chase me across the lawn.
They do smoke a lot of cigars, though.
They smoke a lot of cigars trying to look like humans.
Not the arcade game. Okay, she addressed it. Good.
Okay.
Not that arcade games are alive, of course.
I choose not to mention Polybius.
You asked Francine nicely for her blanket, which really helped out. I do love that we started on this game right after watching Ashen's and the Polybius heist, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really fun movie.
That's a hell of a film.
I know you're not happy with how things turned out. I'm not really happy about it either. It sucks, but we did good things together in the time we had.
Hamza has arrived.
Oh, Hamza showed up.
Arrived.
You're late. An event does not truly begin until Hamza makes his presence felt.
My blood burns.
Kristi, Hamza understands your fury. The hated enemy of all who love arcades has despoiled your funplex. Hamza from the top rope.
By God, that's Hamza's music.
Oh, they're in trouble now.
Oh, hang on. How do I parse this joke? What's Hamzant doing in the fun zone? That's for no one. That's for no one. Please continue.
However, in our short time
Riz
together,
got it. I'm very happy that Riz got it.
in our short time together, I saw a burning spirit in you. I accepted your offer for Wyvern Keep, recognizing that passion within you.
Ha ha!
Ha ha Hamza would be shamed forever if he did not intervene and raise your spirits to new heights. And that is what he shall do. What is this, a school for Hamzans? Hamzans would be shamed forever if he did not intervene and raise your spirits to new heights. Oh, I already read this.
Cake.
Oh, cake! Excuse me a moment.
Now I want cake. When do I get cake?
Soon. But I have things to say first. Things that'll hopefully inspire you to be a happy clam instead of a grumpy Gus. Or a grumpy clam.
I'm a happy clam now, see? See how I clam happily. Can I have cake?
From our first day at the...
I'm sorry. They should be giving me cake now, though.
Now I want clam cakes. I haven't had clam cakes in forever.
I haven't had crab cakes in forever.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing, but with clam.
So, just strictly worse.
No, clam's awesome.
Okay.
From our first day at the Funplex together, you've been supportive of me. Even after I gave you quite the scare with Pinky. Yes, scare. You didn't let that bother you.
It didn't put you on a train that has led to this precise moment.
Choo-choo!
Yeah.
You didn't let that bother you, and from that moment, we've tackled many a crisis on the Funplex floor together.
Amazing!
I've adored when we concoct hypothetical adventures on our downtime. You are amazingly fun to be around. Remember when I stuffed you in that totally adorable maid costume? You could have fought it, but you embraced it. You were ready for anything and had a blast doing it. You worked so hard to make Flamingo successful. I watched you put your blood, sweat, and tears into that. And in the end, it all came together just how you planned. As the floor attendant on duty during Flamingo, I got to see firsthand all the smiles you brought to all those people. You rocked it. My aunt has
Getting the train losers were romancing Ash.
Fuck yeah. My aunt had a pretty good crab cake recipe, but she can't eat them as much as she used to.
Oh no,
Aw.
that's so sad.
Mm-hmm. I saw you helping that customer when their game crashed. Losing your high score due to faulty electronics is no fun. But you dealt with it. You made that person's day, even though he was kind of an asshole.
That was ATK, yeah?
Angry...
Yeah.
Angry...
His shirt said ATK.
Oh, okay. I don't remember letters.
Yeah, it said attack, and he had like a vest. It doesn't matter.
Okay. It didn't say that I'm a gamer, I like to eat ass.
I'm a gamer, I like to eat ass, do you?
When I was being overwhelmed by ravenously parched gamers, you stepped up and made sure all those thirsts were quenched. You are a soda fountain of knowledge. You made the Funplex a fun place to be for everyone. For the staff, for the casual and pro gamers, for the families, for me. I can say honestly that when you took over doing events at the Funplex, we've never had more fun. They've just been the best, all thanks to you. Ooh, I forgot. We still have cake. I need some of that.
No, seriously, bring cake. Just when I thought the speaking was done, a lull in the wake intervention, the most important person to me takes a step forward. My heart swells as she begins.
Wait, no, I must resist the cake. There's more I have to say.
Marlon Rando. That's excellent.
Words can only say so much, but I mean this with all my entire being. Words can only say... Oh.
Yep.
I keep looking away and after I've clicked and I expect a whole new text box and it's just added on. I love you so incredibly much. I never thought anyone would understand me or accept me for who I am, but Kristi, you came along and started crushing those insecurities. With you, I feel like I can be who I want to be, free to express myself. I know it's difficult to see it right now, but you are loved. You are the world to me, and I want you to know that. I know you can rise up and defeat this feeling, just like I have. And if you don't believe in yourself, believe in the me who believes in you. For yours is the drill that will pierce the heavens! And now I'll eat cake.
I'm speechless.
And hungry.
And hungry.
Seems Kristi has some thinking to do.
Let me think with cake.
This is pretty normal for her when she gets that faraway look. Shall we begin the wake for Francine then? There's cake and coffee and spirits from the bar.
Arcade spirits.
Ooh. Cake.
As if in slow motion. It's been a while since I've read a text box, hey? As if in slow motion, I watch them all switch their attention from me and redirect it towards refreshments. They're all smiling, conversing, and serving cake to each other.
None for me, thank you. Watching the blood sugar. Fuck me, this cake is amazeballs! All we need now are some rockin' tunes to get this party on the next level.
Sudden black and white, representing my inner landscape. All of them, here to support me, even without the funplex, even after everything going wrong, after Francine being taken from us too soon. I never really thought of myself as central in all of this. I was the outsider at first, the one who walked in the doors looking for a job and nothing more. I've always been on the outside, honestly. Moving from town to town, always the new kid, never really important to anyone. Not until I'd settled in one place just long enough to get to know Juniper. But by then, I'd come to expect that I'd never be happy, so when I finally was happy and that got taken away, well, I guess I'd assume that's how things go. Going with the flow. But now, I don't want this to end. I want to feel like celebrating again. Change is inevitable, and I can adjust, or the game isn't over, not by a long shot.
Well, number 4 is thematic.
It is thematic. It's a good line. I'm trying to decide. What do you think do you just want to take the good line?
I think either 2 or 4 would work, but I like 4 better.
Okay. Yeah, sure. No. No. I refuse to give up. Right here, I have everything I've ever wanted, whether I realize it or not. I've got friends. What the fuck is that noise?
That's Jason hammering something.
Oh, right, he's still working on his stereo.
Yeah.
Right here, I have everything I've ever wanted, whether I realize it or not. I've got friends. I've got love. I've got a legacy proven in their words. I can't mope and stew in my losses. I can't deny the power of what I accomplished, and I will not stop fighting for what I need in life. This game is not over. This is a good face. I think this is a new face.
Uh-huh.
I will take a huge fucking slice of that cake with lots of icing. The group looks up when I speak, slightly confused by the declaration. So I walk right up and claim my slice, on my own terms. Sorry, gang. I screwed up and I let this drag me down. It won't happen again.
Ruh-roh.
We're here to party, right? Let's party. Let's raise a glass high to all we've done together. Nobody can deny that we're an unstoppable force with or without a funplex. Wait, no, that cake is for everyone. Please stop. Don't eat the entire thing. Listen, I earned a half cake. They can have the other half. This one half is mine cake.
This is my half cake.
Who's with me? Smiles all around.
And whoops.
And whoops and cheers. And you know what? It feels good to be back. Nope, don't make that reference. For the next hour or so, my sadness fades away piece by piece. Like the cake. We share stories, many of which I'd never heard before, about the funplex and the shenanigans that went on around it. Surprisingly, Ben and Matt spend the most tales about Francine's exploits. They've been neighbors for decades. The so-called wake intervention gives us all a chance to heal and to bond. For all we've lost and all we still have, we're together. Despite one little problem, which nobody wants to talk about. The hour grows late, and we only have this place rented for the afternoon. Oh, where's the penguin in this one?
No, there's gotta be a penguin, right? Is that a penguin?
Oh, there's the penguin.
Oh,
He's
in
a
the...
chef.
Ah,
He's a chef.
okay, good.
He's a chef-gwin.
I can feel it in the air, that unspoken worry. Will we see each other again? No doubt we can arrange more get-togethers, but they'd all be reunions over what was lost, not really building anything new. Nostalgia, not progress. Without the funplex, without Francine, will we eventually simply fall away? That dark little thought troubles me as I swirl my drink, remaining quiet while the others talk.
Beep beep.
Beep, beep, Kristi.
Huh? Oh. Hey, Eris, what's up?
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad too.
So do you want me to start finding you a new job? I can search while you're talking with your friends, no problem.
I do need to get back to living my life. What sort of life do I want to live? I want my dream back.
Or you can go Huey Lewis on the news.
I want a new job. One that won't lay me off. I want my dream back specifically brings to mind like that really angry scene in the Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're at the bottom of that wishing well and there's like a bunch of quarters and Mouth is just like, all of my wishes never came true, so fuck it, I'm getting all these quarters.
If Iris teaches people how to be happy, does that make Kristi a pupil?
I, like Andy, am mad that you're correct.
Wow, I did not get that joke up till now.
Fuck.
That's a good joke.
Fuck. I would like my dream back. I don't just want a new job.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Okay. I want my dream, my wish. So I'm taking it back. Not just 4 walls and a bunch of games, but a community. When I was a lifeguard, I'd saved lives, and I made a safe place for people to enjoy the pool with friends.
Was that not an intentional joke?
You, go to word jail.
It's so perfect, though.
It's very good.
That's somehow even better if it's an accidental joke.
There's a, I was about to tell a story about Ray Bradbury, but I'm not sober enough to remember precisely the bit. I'm not done with that dream, and more importantly, I don't have to be done with it. All around me are pioneers of this community.
Worn out places, sorry.
All around me are pioneers of this community, this culture. Technicians, designers, enthusiasts, investors, people with connections. And that's when the idea starts to form. Iris, can you search for commercial spaces, ones for lease or rent?
Huh? Of course. I'm a literal search wizard, with a magic hat and everything. Why?
Oh, I know.
Oh, I think I get it.
I step away from my quiet corner and approach the group. It's time to take back control over my dream, and that starts here. So this is it, we're letting Deco win, or I like to keep sharing my dream with you.
This is the one that's more in character.
I think that is the case.
Mm.
So let's go with that. No. I'm not ready for this to end.
Frisbee, don't get into shit.
The crowd hushes when I grab their attention. The crowd hushes when I grab their attention. I set my drink aside and step up to them. I wasn't... So I bought these beers with, like, birthday money as a treat to myself. And I was not prepared for the fact that they were 8-point.
Oklahoma last year, or the year before, legalized higher point beer.
Yeah.
Especially at grocery stores, and now liquor stores carry even higher point beer, so...
It's a whole thing. The Funplex was my dream. I came to see that... Take 2. The Funplex was my dream. I came to see that in time. A wonderful place where friends could have fun together, away from their troubles and cares. I want to keep sharing that dream with you. There's only one way to make that a reality. We open our own arcade.
And tell billionaires to fuck off.
We did get to punch a billionaire today and tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
This was a good day.
It's been a long time since I punched a billionaire in real life.
I've never done that thing. That's why I still have arms. Everyone in this room...
It's true, I don't have any arms.
Yeah. Everyone in this room loved... I don't know where to go with that bit. Everyone in this room loved the Funplex and misses it dearly, and will always miss Francine. But in honor of what we've lost, we need to keep fighting. I'm ready. Are you?
Are you ready?
Boom, boom, wow, wow. Who will help me start a new dream?
Oh, we're just getting all the wrestling refs tonight. I'd be honored to join your dream, Kristi.
Woohoo!
The Funplex saved me in a lot of ways. I won't let it go so easily. I would love to join you.
As would I.
As would I. Faced with the prospect of spending my remaining days at home, or at some other arcade, I'm absolutely in favor, love. I may be a mere customer, but my heart called the Funplex home, and it'll call your new arcade home as well.
Hey, you're filthy rich. You could, throw some seed money at us, though, dog.
He probably will.
You've got my thanks, both of you. Okay, this is no longer a wake intervention, people. Now it's a conspiracy. Wow, you really were dedicated to getting wake intervention in here. It no longer looks weird to me.
Yeah, it just looks like a word now.
Well,
a few more times and it'll stop looking like a word.
Oh yeah, it'll loop all the way around. Hot job.
Conspiracy.
God damn it!
Way to move the fucking goalpost.
Perfect timing.
It's a wake intervention conspiracy. Sure, why not? We settle down around a table, a nice round one, to discuss the future. I'm leading the show, but I don't take the spotlight. Not this time. We have to all work together to make this dream a reality. This is it. The next few decisions are going to be critical in shaping the future I have in my mind's eye. I'll need to choose very, very carefully because there's no take-it-backsies. Wake intervention, old and busted. Wake intervenspiracy, new hotness. Iris is looking for spaces we can use, but we're going to need money, obviously, and arcades are risky startups. I can always respond to one of the many Nigerian princes emailing me amazing offers, but I'm thinking more traditional funding is safer.
Car wash!
Sexy car wash.
Sexy NB car wash.
Sexy NB car wash.
She can even wear the flamingo costume.
Sure. The way I see it, there's 4 people here who could foot the bill to get us off the ground. Hamza, you've got a tangled web of connections in the industry, access to games and plenty of cash, and the freewheeling whimsy to spend it.
Hamza must consider this.
Hamza is a man of resources indeed.
Percy, you've been building a charity war chest for when you pass. I know an arcade isn't a sound investment and is hardly a charity, but...
Why?
You promised me Mr. Moopy would always have a home. If I can help restore that home, I'm gonna, love, or I'm game, love.
Ben and Matt, you two know how to run a small business. You've got invaluable knowledge and resources we could draw from if you're willing to dip a toe in this industry.
We have been looking for new horizons to conquer.
New lands to explore.
There would be caveats.
But
terms,
there would be
conditions,
I think they're doing it.
Shit.
Oh, no, they're not.
Guidelines, best practices. There would be rules.
Okay, here we go.
guidelines,
Let's do this
there
again.
would be caveats. Terms, conditions, exemptions, rules, guidelines, best practices, worst practices. That's not a thing. Oh.
Hamza would likewise have conditions.
As would I.
Understandable, of course. Let me hear your thoughts, and then I'll decide.
Decision number 1. Funding and direction.
So this is a little longer than we usually go, but we're gonna close out this this scene. I think it feels weird to leave in the middle of it.
Especially at this critical point.
Yes.
In order for me to back your play, Hamza would require
you to strike at the very heart of Dekonami's empire. Well, I like this so far. And open a family restaurant alongside your arcade. Take from him the very business he adores so much.
We don't know the first thing about running a restaurant.
Thankfully, your business partner does. I own several restaurants. I would provide staffing and resources.
No risk, no reward.
Now, this is a risky play, but if it succeeds, the reward shall be tremendous. Actually, that's similar to what Matt and I had in mind.
Oh, yes, but rather than a restaurant, well, we'd like to open a barcade.
I've always wanted to run a bar.
I'd raise a glass to that idea.
After all, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
And they're always glad you came.
Now, it wouldn't be nearly as large scale as a family restaurant, but much safer.
Not quite as profitable, but still quite tidy.
Honestly, I prefer if you simply ran a video arcade and nothing more. Adding on extras seems like a recipe for failure. We know how to operate a simple, small-scale arcade, so why not stick with our strengths? I'll grant it has a lower ceiling for success than the others. It's just an arcade. And won't pull in anybody looking for more. Low risk, low reward. But I'd say that would be my condition. We need to stick to the basics.
So, take the big gamble on a family restaurant, make a cozy little barcade, or just go with a classic video arcade. This decision is going to affect the entire direction of my new venture. What do I want? What's my dream? So, I think that you and I decided that our dream is to kick Dekonami in his nutsack. Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're agreed that that's the correct play?
Yeah, I think we gotta go with Hansa on this one.
Let's do that thing.
Alright, Hamza.
Embrace the impossible, fight God, eat the sun. Ah, Blazeball fan. Hamza, I think we can do business. We'll make a combination arcade and family restaurant.
Such is the iron will of Hamza. You will not regret this. A bit disappointing, but we'd still be happy to lend a hand where we can.
Absolutely.
Having Mr. Moopy available for families to enjoy would be nice, actually.
Do you think Percy knows about Super Maze?
I'm sure he does, and I'm sure he's just...
Okay. The second thing we need to talk about is what sort of games we want to focus on. The Funplex did a little bit of everything, and we will too. We want to include all gamers. Hashtag yes all gamers.
I don't want to include any gamers.
Okay, well this is
fictional gamers where gamers aren't terrible.
This is fictional gamers where gamers are mostly fine with bad spots. Thank you, Andy. Sometimes I need to be reminded. But we can also highlight one style of play or another, really provide best-in-class gaming for a specific audience. Any thoughts?
Decision number 2. Game focus.
Sweet.
Retro games. It's got to be all about retro games. You know I'm capable of keeping those older games in tip-top shape. If we focus on retro games, we could serve an audience that Decos is completely ignoring. I would agree with Miss Fairchild. Retro games are an untapped market. I'll grant it wouldn't pull in as much profit, but we know gamers are seeking them. We don't have to make all the money, just enough to keep our pure and untainted dream afloat. And we can do that with a well-curated retro game library, so that way we can kick Deco's ass without completely turning into a redemption crap.
Oh, yeah.
Crapcade.
Well, let's see what our other choices are.
Nope. No way.
Competitive. Retro's cool and all, but let's talk esports games. They'll draw money better than jamming a magnet up your ass and dragging you through Fort Knox.
Gold
Yes.
isn't magnetic.
Yeah, but she's implying it's all iron pyrite, I guess.
I mean,
It's all fake.
it's all fake,
It's
like
all
the
fake,
economy.
like money.
Eh,
You see?
it's what's the word I want?
True.
Yes. Let's move on.
Get a couple good fighters, more than one FOD, some race and dance games, kind of stuff where folks can compete head to head, and we are golden.
Gold isn't magnetic. Do you want to be the one to tell her? You stop her from apparently dragging her ass through
four knots
with a magnet up her.
I have to agree with Queen Bee. You can play retro games on emulators and consoles, but you can't duplicate the community experience of an arcade at home. If we had an esports focus, we could build something together which works as a second home for all sorts of gamers. I think you know what I'm going to suggest. Redemption and prize games. They do provide excellent profits.
Extra hard cam, Gavin.
It's the core of Deco's business model, yes, but I think if we focus on those games, we can do them right. No predatory pricing, no scams or rip-offs.
And the truth is, most people enjoy them, from kids wanting to win that big prize to the wistful adults recapturing their childhood dreams of playing skee-ball on the boardwalk. They're simple to play and most of all, fun. If they're done right, we can make meaningful memories for everyone. What if it's just all Smash Bros?
You shouldn't demand eye contact with people, Riz. That's not really a cool thing to do. Also, Gavin's just kind of doing some numbers.
And prizes. Did I mention the prizes? We can stock the shelves with the coolest prizes around. Better than Deco's prizes that fall apart 2 minutes after you get them. Like those Xboxes? Gross.
Which matches my ideal arcade more? We'll have all three, sure, but do we emphasize retro games, esports, or prize games? So, we're definitely not doing prize games.
I would be going retro.
That makes a lot of sense.
Emphasizing esports can also promote a very unhealthy atmosphere.
That's true, and having... You know that I love Queen Bee. Because we tried to romance her before getting absolutely fucking shut down.
Twice. Because apparently there was a time loop.
But having her swear at our family restaurant stroke arcade and having her bring in her swear crowds, I think isn't great. So I think
the swear crowds can still come in, but they have to tone down the swearing.
Please to no swear. The management. Naomi and Percy, let's go retro style. Deco thinks that only new games make money. Let's prove him wrong and have the world's greatest retro-style arcade ever.
Woohoo! I'll pick out only the best games. Don't worry. How high can you get?
Excellent. I'm looking forward to this project.
Oh, I guess we didn't get dupe-ups because Hamza isn't like one of the people that are tracked on the relationship meter.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hamza loves you no matter what.
Hamza's love is unconditional, like his beard.
Yep.
So, okay, so I don't know what that means. So that's money in games. Let's go beyond what we already had at the Funplex.
I think his beard is very conditioned. It's so nice and soft.
It's so luxurious. Let's really make this something special.
Decision number 3. New projects.
I want a defining feature for our arcade. One which will make it stand out. Something nobody else is doing. Something nobody's even thought of before.
Real dragons.
Real dragons. All ideas on the table. If it was too outlandish for the Funplex, it's not too outlandish for me. Show me what you got, which I understand is a Rick and Morty reference.
It sure is. Remember when Rick and Morty could be enjoyed without thinking about the community?
Like, honestly, no, because I came to it late.
Oh, shit, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's actually a really well-written show.
I understand that. I've heard enough about it to be able to agree with you. I just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
Well, I mean, I'm not really part of this, but
Come on, you're my best friend and 100% part of this. I couldn't be here in this moment if it wasn't for you convincing me to download an app that I absolutely did not want to download.
Which turned out to be a ghost.
Which turned out to be a ghost that I was really sure was going to leave me in a bucket of ice with no kidneys. Go on, Juniper, what's your idea?
Branding. I'm freelancing now.
Please go. Please continue. Please continue.
I see exactly where your head went.
Please continue.
I'm freelancing now, which means I could come on board as your personal branding manager. One heck of a consulting gig. An arcade needs really stellar image management to stand out from the rest. Like the event poster I made for you, nudge nudge.
What if?
Oh, hey Juniper. You can add to that. What if we work together? I was thinking of designing a new mascot costume anyway, but I could collaborate and coordinate with you on how it'll tie into the visuals for the rest of the arcade.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a winning combination. Ashley and I can do great work together, coming up with some really stellar branding and marketing. We'll stand out in a crowd. Hey, I know exactly what sort of project I'd want to do. Streamer support. Support your local small streamer.
Support the local small streamers.
Assembling and packing away my streaming rig each day is ridiculous, and duct taping a webcam in front of the screen is a lousy hack. If I could just step right up to a game and, I don't know, swipe a card or something and be streaming with a direct feed in seconds, well, I can think of a dozen streamers who just flock to our place to get a piece of that.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I know how we could do that. I could rig up a general-purpose daughter board, which plays man in the middle with the video feed, works with an RFID reader to get a streamer's info, ties into a central video encoder on the Wi-Fi network. Yeah, I could make that happen, and without damaging any classic hardware. So basically, you have an RFID reader attached to a capture card. Is really what you're doing.
Hey. If it was a bad idea, why has no one ever done it before?
Once more in English, please. I know software, not hardware. We stick a thingy in the thingy and everything works fine. Yeah, basically. I'm sure there's some legal and copyright issues to tackle, but if we can do it, let's be the world's first streaming arcade. I was thinking, well, if the reason why older games are considered a dead end is that they don't work in the ticket game ecosystem, why not add ticket output to normal games? We could reward skilled players with prize tickets based on their high score or speed of completion. With the right balancing, we could make old games just as desirable as new ones. I'm trying to think how complicated that would be with older arcade hardware.
That would be
a headache.
On a game-by-game basis?
Uh-huh.
Because it's not like... I guess you could...
There's a lot of games that run on completely unique hardware or hack together hardware from other machines.
Not even that, but just determining what a good performance looks like in any one individual game.
Oh, he researched this.
Oh, hey.
I would love to hear what you found out, because this is not something I've ever looked into.
Perhaps.
As Naomi said, there may be legal hurdles to clear, but I'm in favor of this idea. It's not that I love prize games, I find them boring, personally. You know I favor pinball, but profit is the lifeblood of an arcade, and prize games are profitable. If we can get Moopy producing tickets, well, that's something nobody's ever done before.
It's interesting, but as much as I'd love to do all three, I doubt we'll have the money or time for that. Let's focus on one project to launch our arcade with.
That's actually a really ingenious idea. Adding a Pi or like maybe an Arduino as a secondary output, peeking at the RAM or the video feed.
That OCR is the scoring signals, the ticket dispenser.
The video feed would be less reliable, but if you could find the place in memory, yeah, that could absolutely work. Did you read the whole text box?
Yeah, I did in fact read that whole text box. The drawback is that it puts it vaguely in a skill game category and opens some legal issues with the DMCA.
Uh-huh. Do we want to have a really good branding, or streamer support, or retrofit tickets on old games? I want to say 1 or 3.
So, what my brain is telling me is we have a family restaurant and arcade, and if what we have, our draw, is a massive collection of retro games,
and we can get kids into the retro games by adding tickets.
Yeah, I was going to phrase it slightly differently than that, but that's the upshot.
Uh-huh. All right.
It's a best of both worlds thing, having modern ticket gaming integrated into classic games. It's not a casino, it's a genuine way to reward achievement and hard work. Whatever you need to make that happen, do it.
The upfront costs may be a bit much, but I have a lot of legal tape to cut through. And I have a lot of legal tape to cut through, but I think we can make it happen. Thank you. New lifeblood in the retro scene, drawing new eyes to older games. I am looking forward to the results.
One more. No, hang on, not that one. What's the other one?
That's the only one I know is Jackie-chan Adventures.
No, I was thinking of Columbo, and then I realized that was one more question, and that's not quite the... One more thing.
Final decision! The name!
Baby, I love you. We can't call it Flaming. We can't. We can't do that.
How about we call it Pinky Flamingo Wondercade?
If this is going to be my baby, my dream arcade, I've got a name already in mind for it. So, barring any objections, I'd like to welcome you all to
Arcade Spirits. I mean,
it's there.
That does get the title drop.
So it does get the title drop, but we've been doing that anyway. So I'm not concerned about it from a like, oh, this will complete the loop standpoint.
All right, what are we calling it?
When I was little, my arcade of choice was Aladdin's Castle in Heritage Park Mall in Midwest City, Oklahoma. I just thought I'd put that out there.
I used to go to Ebenezer's. Practically grew up there, which is a little place that still actually exists in Vernon, British Columbia. There's also Scandia Golf and Games, which was one of the largest arcades in the Western world for a very long time in Kelowna. It was about 40 miles away.
Sure.
So there's lots of arcade games to choose from.
There's lots of arcade names to choose from.
Yeah, Tilt was a big chain.
Bad Road suggests Deco's Headstone.
Oh, I love that.
I think that's a crime.
It would certainly be, against trademark law.
A trademark law, and then also it's a threat, maybe?
It could be interpreted as a threat. Jesus Christ. It's a tort, not a crime. Deco's Headstone Family Restaurant. And spelled Deco with a K. Dare you to try. Dare you to step into my magical realm. I don't think we'd pass on Pissed is the thing.
Oh, okay, you're referencing that comic.
I'm referencing Hideo Kojima.
Okay, yes, sure. I didn't know what the fuck just happened. I like tried to connect what the syllables I heard exit your mouth to anything that was going on, and I came up with nothing. Wait, we could call it Wait Your Conspiracy.
Is that under 30 characters?
Is it under? Is it?
Certainly is. She hit enter. I just typed it.
Wait Your Conspiracy. Is that right? Did I spell that correctly? I regret this decision immediately. I'm gonna have to say this 40 times.
At least.
Wake-driven-spiracy. You remember, for like 3 weeks straight, when I kept forgetting that we called the thing Flaming Go?
Yep.
And then the first time we came back to the stream and I had to say Flaming Go again, that I was like, why did we do that? This is gonna be that again. I've done the same thing. I regret to inform you that I've not learned from my mistakes in any way. I've not grown as a person. Let's call it Wake-driven-spiracy.
Wake-driven-spiracy. I like it. We can work with that. I'm not saying it, but I like it. Let's hear it for Wake-driven-spiracy. Our home lives again. How exciting. Fuck yeah. A toast then.
One by one, everyone raises their glasses. I fetch my now room temperature drink and raise mine high in turn. For those we've lost and those we've yet to meet, let's do this right.
Classic.
Yeah. Let's do this right! Exclamation point. Together we can accomplish anything. Or now let's get super drunk. No, that sounds bad. It feels bad.
Shoot, one or three.
My traditional toast, whenever I'm asked to toast things, comes from a book series that I no longer like, but I like to toast, which is To Honorable Enemies and Dishonorable Friends. One has a lot of that energy.
All right.
For those we've lost and those we've yet to meet. For Wake-driven-spiracy, why did I do this? And the future.
For Wake-driven-spiracy!
Says everyone! Exclamation point. Losing everything, then getting it all back, and then some. Been a roller coaster of a week, to be sure. But I can't rest now. Absolutely not. I need to take charge of this project and of my life in general. I have to do for them what Francine did for us. That's okay. I'm ready. I'm willing. And I'm able. And this you didn't really see that.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay. And this is our time.
Our time is now.
Our time is now. And that closes the loop.
You've cleared level 6 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now let's see your score. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 18,400 points. Woohoo! Shops in the volcano-devastated city of Pompeii bear the characteristics of a pizzeria. That's a neat, if a bit depressing, pizza fact. Just for you. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 7?
Yeah. Let's do that thing.
Alright, so I guess that's it for tonight.
Is this like Whose Line? Do the points matter? I don't know.
The rules are made up.
That is true that the rules are made up. Bad Road gives us the traditional Tolican. I know half of you less than half as well as I would like, and I like less half of you. Less.
Should I
Yep,
read it?
please do.
I know less than half of you, less than half as well as I'd like. And I like less than half of you, half as well as you deserve.
Okay. It's a good beer.
Mm.
I don't regret it.
It's a dark. It's a fairly light brown ale with a dark chocolate flavor.
Yeah, it's quite good. Points to nothing except satisfy your primal gaming urge to push a number up. That's fair.
Wow, I do not have that urge.
You don't like seeing the numbers go big?
No,
Okay.
no, it's never really been a thing for me.
Okay. So that's gonna be it. It is 11:45. Thick dang. Thank you all for joining us. I've been Kristi, joined by Katie.
Yo.
We are two of the 5 women that stream here on Squirrel Lily, along with Katie's sisters Annie and Alice and Sue. We stream 6 days a week. So if you wanted to interact with the follow button in some way, that'll let you know when we go live and see what we're doing. Let's run down the schedule real quick. Thank you, Andy. Our schedule this week is... What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be Andrea playing more. I'm gonna really try and do it this time.
All right.
I'm gonna really do it.
All right. It's okay if you just want to say the American names.
Sailor Moon.
Yes.
She's gonna play Final Fantasy Legend Saga Collection. The one that's on the fucking thing.
Thank you for 100 bits, Xenon.
I heard the truck go off and I got distracted. She's gonna play Final Fantasy Legend Collection of Saga, the one that's on the Switch. She's still on the first one.
The Final Fantasy Legend Makai Tushi Saga.
Okay.
Which means the story of the evil tower, basically.
Okay. Makai Toshi Saga. The first. She's gonna play that. It's a good game. She eats meat. Watch her play the game. Wednesday is Sue playing more Monster Hunter World with Mox. Thursday is Alice playing more Paper Mario, the Origami King. Friday is going to be Katie. Do you know what you're playing yet? You finished Luigi's Mansion last week, or rather, you got to the end boss of Luigi's Mansion last week.
I finished it.
She finished it. Don't worry about it, everyone. You know what's gonna...
No, I don't know yet.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out when we get to it, and you'll be the second to know after her. Saturday we don't stream. Sunday's our community day where we might do art. We were talking about doing art.
Yeah, well, that'll probably be art or more World War Z, not that one.
Subject to change.
Yeah.
And then Monday I'll loop back around to more Arcade Spirits, where we're apparently opening our whole own arcade now.
Hooray!
Hooray! So if you look at the schedule at schedule.truck.community, you can see all of that, along with the schedules of Andemonium, Xenon Fiber, Riz Plays Games, In the Land of the Rising Sun, and Bad Road. Streamers worthy of our time and attention. What the fuck?
Thank you for 259 gay bits, Riz.
Okay, sure.
Wow. We just hit our goal on the first day.
Yeah, let's just do that, I guess. Thanks. And I was saying something.
About the schedule?
Yes. There are other streamers on that schedule. Andy and Briz and Xenon, all great streamers worthy of your time and attention. If you're looking to follow other cool people, please follow them. Thank you, Tufar, for making this game, and thank you for showing up in our stream to talk to us. That was very cool.
Hope to see you back again, maybe.
Hope to see you back again, maybe. What's the other thing
YouTube.
I meant to say? Oh god, thank you. We have a YouTube that collects all of our back VODs. There's literally thousands of hours of content. youtube.truck.community. Please check that if you are looking for a way to fill out your morning, afternoon, evening, and night for like a month on an end. And anything else? Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Anything else?
Cheat Commandos.
Cheat Commandos, rock on.
Rock on!
I have been Kristi, and until we see you next time, stay safe.
Peace.